Good morning, lovely people. Welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat, this will be my Knackers Yard. It's kind of a welcome back to me as well. I've had 3 weekends where I haven't uploaded anything, which is unusual for me, but life is busy. Had a week away with the family, that's the whole family, in-laws, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, missus, kids, yeah, was it 6 adults, 5 kids, hectic, really good week. Went to Cyprus, which was awesome, really good. I then bounced straight from that onto a work trip for a week, so you know, for the first day or so of that I didn't know what year it was. No, I had no idea what day it was, let alone what time it was. So yeah, bounced around, flew back yesterday, so so all busy. I've put the wonderful Tango back on the market. I took him off while I was away because there's no point going through all of that, and had a few tickles last night, and we'll see how that gets on. Prior to leaving Blue, now there's nothing wrong with Blue. Blue is absolutely fine. However, for those that followed from before, there is a bodge repair from a previous owner that I've bodged more to get me past, but essentially that, you can see it's a twin exhaust, but it is thoroughly bodged on one of the branches on one of the necks from the silencer, or into the silencers. So you can just see it. I can't point because I'll fall over. It doesn't blow, but it's a temporary repair. It's gonna blow. I have bodged it as much as I can, but it is a weak point, and it is a weak point of the bike. Actually, they do rot there, and trying to get downpipes for it is like rocking horse poo, because you know it's a 2007 bike. Trying to get them in any better condition than these ones is really difficult. I got lucky just before I went away, found a guy that was breaking one, ordered them, and it arrived while I was away. I've also ordered new gaskets for t'other end, and I had a bit of an explore late last night in the dark, because exhaust studs can be a real pain in the arse. So I tried to pull a couple. Excuse me, I've got a cold. And it came back. They came out, but they came out as a oneer. Now I want to do it properly. I could just take them out as a oneer and push them back in as a oneer. But what I'm going to do is I did it last night. I ordered new studs for it. So what I'm going to do is push those back in, so the bike is usable, legal, safe, and everything else. Usable throughout this week, should I require it to go into work. There's on and off about rail strikes this week. I think they're off again at the moment, so I might not need to, but I need the option. So leave it usable, leave it happy, and I'm going to go inside because it's fucking cold and wet and miserable, and I'm going to show you the exhaust and try and get it into a decent condition. I can get it ready to go back on. Going to be a bit of a slow one, this one, but I'd like to. I was looking around and I can't find a decent video on removing downpipe headers from this bad boy. I've had a quick look. I don't think you can do it as is. I think you need to hoik up the radiator to give you a bit more, space so that you can get into the studs. So I'd like to do a standalone. I'd like to do a video on that, and it'll help other people out. I think if there's no video for it on YouTube, then maybe it'll be useful to others, particularly because these are prone to rot around the join of the silencer onto the main exhaust. It's not a flaw in the bike, it's the lowest point. It gets the most shite off the road, so therefore it's going to happen ultimately. You can tell it's a common piece because quite a few of the exhausts that I saw for sale have had one blocked off and they've just run off one exhaust. Not a big fan of that, frankly. It's designed for a twin. I know you can do 2-for-1 conversions, etc, but every single one that I saw, it was the right hand one that had been blocked off, and it just looks weird to me to have an exhaust with a bike with a single exhaust, and to have it on the low side just looks odd. Let's go inside and see how we can smarten up this exhaust that we've got. Right, and here we've got the replacement. So
in considerably better nick than its predecessor, if I can get it off. Needs a bit of a clean-up, but nothing that's insurmountable. The most important element, though, is that it has both silencer pieces. Sorry, I got a bit of a cold. Yeah, haven't seen them being at quite such weird angles, but yeah, looks original to me. Right, I'm going to give that a bit of a clean up and see how we go. Okay, so back indoors. Well, no, I suppose I am indoors. This is a bit out of sync because I did some of this last night late, but so after a little bit of work, it's actually pretty good. Now that is 1200 grit wet and nothing more, and a little bit of autosol as well, but that is looking pretty good. It's not perfect. I'm not going for perfect. I'm not going for shiny, because this is my day bike. It's just going to get used in all weathers, but I just don't want to put something quite so rubbish on a bike. It did strike me I have an opportunity here, so that's with 1200. I also have somewhere some Harpic, that's up there, some Harpic 10X, which a lot of people use on exhaust. I think I might try that on the bits that I can't get to with sandpaper, with wet and dry paper. I might just chuck a bit on these and just see how it does actually, and do a little bit of compare and contrast, because this does take time and effort and it's not a particularly fun job, and it stinks. Mind you saying that, so does a Harpic. But yeah, I might try a dab of that, but I'm thinking particularly, I think what I'll do is I'll use the Harpic on the hard to reach bits as much as anything else, so around the box, and give it a go, see what it does. Let's try that. Right, so washing machine on, sausages in, it's Saturday morning. Done a bit down the bottom there, and actually it's not too bad. I think what I'm going to do is go for the rest of it to at least get rid of this stuff and bits that I'm going to struggle to get into with a sander, and particularly these bits up here. Let's give it a good coat, good dosing, and then go over it and rub it down. So yeah, I'll bring you back after that. And there you go, post Harpic. There is a shortcut to it. No, there isn't. Harpic was really good at getting the basics off, but I did have to go with my a bit of abrasive action. Now I do have, that is a 180 pad, but it's a really old one. There's fuck all left on it, so I just gave it a go with that. I was struggling with the just paper, because obviously it's flimsy and floppy and everything else, but that's fine by me. I do want to get some polish on it, not to polish it, and it's even got that. The Harpic was really good at getting rid of the worst of the shit of the brace. But yeah, I want to get some polish on it, not to polish it more, but to protect it as much as anything else, because I have just stripped away various layers of protection, either abrasively or with chemically, so I need to get something on it just to give it that protection. Otherwise, I'm going to go out and it's just going to go immediately back to how it was, if not worse. But no, I'm quite happy with that. Let me see if I can find the best way of getting some polish on this. Right, so as far as protective polish is concerned, I came out here actually to get this stuff, my Belgium Alu, which is possibly the best stuff that I know as far as polish is concerned, but it gives a really good protection layer over the top. I've used that before after I've done mothers with me angle grinder, which is exactly what I did. So the felt pads that are about sort of £9 for 10, they cost nothing, and I do need some more than that. You've run out. Mother's mag and aluminium polish, which again I've nearly run out, and the results are pretty spectacular, better than actually I was aiming for, because I'm trying not to go for anything like perfection. I just want it protected and looking better. But it's a bit scrabbly at the moment. I'll take it back indoors because it's cold, and I'm going to get the Belgium Alu on it, and it'll just give it a nice final polish, but more importantly a protective, like, waxy layer. I haven't gone full Billy bullshit. I haven't bothered with the collector box end, frankly, because it's tucked away underneath, you don't see it. But it's not just laziness. I'm not trying to get it quite so shiny, but I seem to have done it semi-accidentally. But yeah, let's get it indoors and get the last bit done. Right, a terrible filming angle. Let's see if that tango hasn't started for 2 weeks.
go. Pumps priming, which is a good start. Go for shape because it's freaking cold. Later, he's settled beautifully. Good boy, Tango. Good boy.
Right, and there we go. End result is accidentally shiny, which I think is probably the name of this upload. A bit of old Belgon alloy over the top just to protect it. It leaves a nice waxy kind of protectant on it, which will probably burn in or burn off. But yeah, I wasn't after perfection. I was after something worthwhile putting on a bike, and yeah, more than happy with that. Right, that'll do me for this one. I've just got the next upload will be next weekend, and it will be getting this bad boy fitted once the bolts have arrived, which I ordered last night. Should be here midweek. Cheers all. Catch you later. Ta-da.